Welcome everyone to this Introducing Intermediate Reformer workout. Today, we'll be doing a more traditional reformer workout, sticking pretty closely to the stop Pilates repertoire with one or two exceptions. I always like to throw in a little spice in there. We'll be talking about what exercises to introduce to a client first when moving them from a beginner or essential level workout into an intermediate workout. So you might not introduce all of the exercises that I'm going to be showing you today that are intermediate level, but I'll show you which ones you might want to pick and why you would pick those. This is a full body program today. We're going to get into as many positions as possible on this piece of equipment, and we're going to work all the movements of the spine as well, and we'll also be focusing on arm work and leg work and of course core work. So let's get started. We're going to begin with footwork. So I've got my foot bar all the way up. I'm using 3 heavy springs, or full tension springs they're also known as. Those are marked with the red on the Marathon equipment. I'm also using, I'm not using anything else, but there's also a 50% tension spring or a light spring, and there's a 25% tension spring or a very light spring. So if you're using another manufacturer's equipment, you might have to adjust your resistance. Even if you're using the Marathon equipment, 3 full tension springs might not be the right choice for you. You want this to feel like a warm-up, not like super heavy resistance right in the beginning, but a nice warm-up. I've got my headrest up in one position to help me keep my head and neck in a really good position for this. And I'm gonna come down onto the carriage and we're gonna begin in a neutral position throughout the spine, and then I'm gonna take toes apart, heels together here, and knees are about shoulder distance apart. They line up with the center of the foot. My arms are resting down by my side. I'm just gonna take a moment and take an inhale through the nose, and then exhale like I'm blowing through a straw. And as I do that, I lift up on the pelvic floor, I draw in on the abdominals. I wanna maintain that connection throughout all the exercises, and then I'm gonna inhale to press the carriage out and exhale to return. So this is the first change that you're gonna see, is how we breathe on the footwork. You're gonna inhale on the way out and exhale to return. And this is what you're gonna do when somebody is more aware of hanging on to that ab connection, whether they're doing an inhale and exhale, so that you can inhale on the way out. That's a little more functional. We inhale as we go toward extension. You exhale as you return. 2 more times and return 1 more time. And come all the way in. Now I'm gonna bring my legs together, my feet together. I'm gonna wrap my toes over the bar here for our second footwork position, toes wrapped. And again, I inhale out and exhale to return. You wanna straighten the knees without locking or hyperextending them. You wanna feel that fluid movement of the carriage, but under your control the whole time. That you're in control, the springs are not. And then draw it back in. Let's do 3 more. Inhale out. Exhale to return, reach away, pull it in 1 more time, reach and return. All right, now we're gonna go on to our third footwork position, heels. Legs still adducted, still together. I inhale to press out, exhale to return. Here, you can really focus more on that glute and hamstring engagement, really feel the engagement of those muscles as you lengthen away and draw it in with control. A couple more times. And last one. Now we're gonna move on to the high half toe position, and you're gonna go onto the balls of your feet with your heels lifted. Now, typically you do 8 to 10 reps, but today I'm doing 5 to 8 because we got a lot of exercises planned. I wanna make sure that we get those all in, but if you don't feel quite warmed up, you can of course increase the number of reps that you're doing. Again, now, inhale as you go away, exhale as you come in. Focus on keeping those heels still in space. Let's do 2 more. Now you're gonna keep that same foot position so we can go into our lower and lift. So you're gonna inhale out, then exhale, reach the heels under, make sure you're not splaying your legs in or out, and then come back up and come back in. So keep that parallel position. Glutes should be hugging each other, abdominals in tight, and adductors connected. And back in. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Now I should be increasing the number of repetitions I lower and lift each time. So let's go to 4, because I think I'm on the 4th rep. Imagine that I did the right number of repetitions for the ones before this. And then press back out. I'm gonna go 5. Exhale under, and 2, and 3. Exhale under 4, and 5, and come back in. And I'm gonna do one more here. So inhale to press out, and I'm going under 6 and up. 5, make sure you keep those connections with the glutes. And 3, 4, 5, woo, and 6. And come back in. Now, second position feels awesome. I love lateral rotation after I do that lower and lift. So that's heels on the bar, legs turned out, still in that neutral position, still inhaling on the way out, exhaling on the return. A couple more times, reach and come back in, reach and come back in. All right, so now we're gonna move on to some single leg work, and we're gonna introduce an intermediate exercise called développé. Now, I would put this in for clients who are trying to become more coordinated because there is a lot of coordination involved, or clients that are already coordinated and you wanna kind of just add a little challenge. So we're gonna begin by doing the bicycle. So I have 2 full tension springs on. My foot is lined up with my sit bone there. My other leg is reaching out long over the foot bar, and I'm gonna press out, and I'm just gonna do my bicycle because that's really the first part of the développé. I inhale as I press out, I exhale as I return. I'm only gonna bring this knee in as far as I can stabilize the pelvis, and then I reach it out and as low as I can stabilize the pelvis. Then after 3 or 4, we're gonna go into a développé progression. So I'm gonna inhale, press back and reach the leg up. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna exhale and reach forward. So think rocket here. I'm gonna reach back and stretch that leg up and then come all the way in. I'm gonna do that one more time. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale to return. Now I'm gonna add. So I'm gonna inhale, reach out and up, and then I'm just gonna lower and lift that leg. And then I'm gonna come all the way back in. Inhale, reach out and up. I'm gonna tap the bar with my foot and then come back up and then return back. Do that again. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now, once I've got that, I'm gonna add the third component to this. So I'm gonna inhale out. Now I'm gonna exhale to lower and lift that leg. Then I do a lower and lift or dorsiflex and plantar flex of the ankle joint and then return. That's the full thing. So inhale, reach out. Exhale, drop the leg and lift it. Inhale, flex and point the ankles. And exhale, return. One more. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, lower and lift. Inhale, flex and point, and exhale to return. Let's do that same progression on the other side. So I line my right foot up on the foot bar in a high half toe position, right in line with my sit bone, and I start with my bicycle, and inhale back, exhale to return, and then I progress into just that hamstring stretch here. So I'm reaching up and reaching over. Inhale out and exhale, return. So I come through the bent knee position to stretch and back. And then I add the dropping the leg. So I reach up, I drop the leg to tap the bar and lift it back up, and then I return. Again, I inhale, reach back. This is a really good way to teach this exercise to a new client. It helps them to really connect with all the different parts. It's like building choreography. And then I'm gonna do the full thing. So I'm gonna reach out, exhale to tap the bar, inhale, flex and point your ankles, and exhale, come in. Reach back, focus on the movement pattern first and then add the breath in. Just as long as they're not holding their breath, you're good. And one more, reach out, lower lift, flex and point, and return. Woo! If the legs weren't warm before, they're really warm now. So we still have those 2 full tension springs on. We have the headrest up still. I'm gonna reach back, and we're just gonna do one of the exercises that we introduce in the essential level, which is your bend and stretch. Now I'm gonna do the bend and stretch in lateral rotation because it's gonna help prepare me for some of the exercises that I have coming up. So in lateral rotation, your heels are together, your toes are apart, and your knees are lined up with your shoulders. I'm gonna exhale, press away, stretching the legs, inner thighs zipper together, and then I come back in. And then exhale away. You're still now in your neutral the whole time here. That's what you're hoping to achieve with almost every position, unless it calls for flexion of the spine. So you wanna try to find that neutral and hang on to the neutral. Now, if somebody's not stabilizing, you can always add the imprint in here like we do in the essential. but you want to eventually get that person, especially if they're ready to move into intermediate, they should be pretty much able to hold neutral in some of these exercises. One more time, breathe in to bend, exhale to press out. Now, we lose the other exercises in the essential level. Doesn't mean you can't do them, especially if somebody needs a little bit more of a prep before they go into short spine. But we're gonna go right into our short spine here so we can add some other strap work in after. Short spine starts with your legs laterally rotated. Notice I lowered the headrest because I'm gonna be rolling up. I'm gonna turn my legs to parallel and hinge, breathe in, and then I'm gonna exhale, roll up off. Turn my legs out, bend my knees, roll down away from the feet, pull the feet and the seat down, and press out, back to my neutral alignment. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Inhale, bend, exhale, roll down, inhale, pull down, and exhale, press out. Let's do that again. Turn to parallel and hinge. Roll up off. Turn the legs out, bend the knees, roll down through, get the stretch. Feels so good. Draw everything down and press out. We'll do one more. Turn to parallel and hinge, breathe in here. Exhale, articulate up off. Inhale, turn the legs out, bend the knees, exhale, roll down through, pull the feet and the seat down, and then press out. Now I'm gonna leave my legs out there. I can bring my headrest back up because I'm no longer gonna be rolling the hips up. And from here, I'm gonna go into beats. So this is the first intermediate strap work exercise. Beats starts and stays in lateral rotation. I'm gonna breathe in to bend, I'm gonna exhale to press out, and then I'm gonna open the legs about shoulder distance apart, no wider, and I'm gonna pull them back together. Now that's gonna get a lot faster in a second. And then I inhale, bend, exhale, press, a quick beat, and then come back in. Now guys, really what you wanna think about is open the legs, stop them, and then pull them together as fast as you can, still being able to stop them without that do-yo-yo-yo-yoing happening at the end. So inhale, bend, exhale, press, inhale, bend, exhale, press. The more control you have, the more inner thigh work you're gonna get. Come in, press away, in, press away. Now you can go to 3 beats, but you should really practice that 1 beat. Show that control. One more. Woo, and stop. Show that control, and that's really gonna help them to connect with the adductors, pelvic floor, and deep abdominal muscles. Now I'm gonna go into the frog. Again, turned out the whole time. It starts with a lift. I inhale to bring the legs up. Then I'm gonna exhale, come into my diamond position here. Be careful not to hook the feet, press them away. Then I'm gonna extend the knees, stretching the legs out, and then I'm gonna flex, dorsiflex the ankles, and circle the legs back around to the start. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flex, and pull around. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend, and pull around. Let's try to make that a little more fluid. Come up and bend and extend, pull around. Come up and bend, then extend the knees and pull around. One more. Up, bend, extend, and pull around. Now you can do the reverse, but I want to move on to our third exercise, stag. Now you might not introduce all of these, you might just pick 1 or 2, but you're gonna come in, bending one leg, stretching the other one out, and then come back out. Again, you're in lateral rotation and you're staying in that neutral position in the pelvis and lumbar spine. And press. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press. Inhale to bend. Exhale to press. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, come in, keep the hips from wobbling around, press back out. Inhale to bend, and again, press back out. 1 more time here. Bend and press. I think I have to do the other side to even out. Inhale to come in and exhale to press. Now from there, I'm gonna take the straps off my feet and place them into my hands. Reach for the foot bar. And I'm gonna go into the coordination here. So I'm gonna shimmy a little bit away from the shoulder rest. I'm gonna take a strap in each hand and bring my elbows down by my sides, but not resting on the carriage. Then I'm gonna take my legs into tabletop and I'm gonna flex my torso up. From here, I'm gonna inhale, reach the arms and legs out. I exhale, open, close the legs, bend the knees first, and then flex the elbows. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, open, close. Inhale, flex the knees. Exhale, flex the elbows. And again, reach, beat, bend the knees, flex the elbows. One more time. Reach, beat, flex the knees, flex the elbows, and lower down. All right, then I'm gonna come up and we're gonna move on to our back rowing. So for back rowing, I'm gonna lower the headrest down. And guys, if you're using the Stop Pilates equipment, make sure that you're in stopper position 2 here, and you have your straps adjusted so that you get really good range of motion. I'm gonna do this one with just one of the full tension springs on, so just one heavy spring. I'm gonna bring my foot bar down here, and I'm gonna position myself facing the back. From here, I'm gonna sit on the carriage with my legs through the shoulder rest, cross if you need to, and then make sure that you have about a hand's width distance between your seat and the back of the carriage. Then you're gonna sit up tall, you're gonna breathe in, and arms are rounded in front of you. You're gonna exhale, roll the pelvis back, pulling the hands in, and really use your seat here, really use your glutes. Then take your arms and reach them out to the side, palms facing back. From there, I'm gonna flex over, reaching my arms back behind me. I'm gonna circle the arms back toward the front before stacking everything back up to the top. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, start to circle. Exhale, continue to circle. And inhale, roll up. Again, exhale, roll back. Inhale to open. Exhale, push yourself over, circle around, lengthen forward, and stack up. So that was round back. Let's do the straight back version. This one's just a tiny bit more complex. I'm gonna start with the palms up, arms reaching forward, sitting right on top of the sit bones. I'm going to inhale and hinge back with a straight spine as I do a bicep curl. I'm gonna exhale, sit up and reach up, and then hinge forward on my inhale. Exhale, fold over, sweep the arms down and back. Inhale, circle them back around to the front, and then stack up, palms up. So again, hinge back, bicep curl. Reach up, sit up. Hinge forward, flex over, sweep the arms back, circle them all the way back around to the front, stack the spine back up. Hinge back, bicep curl. Sit up, reach up. Hinge forward. Now exhale, flex over, pull the arms back. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale all the way back around to the front, and exhale, stack up to the top. All right, from there, I'm gonna spin around, and we're gonna do a little rowing facing the front. So I'm gonna keep the one full tension spring on, grab a strap in each hand. Now I can sit with either the legs out in front of me, straight, or I can fold them in front of me. The first thing I'm gonna do are called arm circles. So I start sitting right up on top of my sit bones. You can sit up on top of something if you're having a hard time finding your neutral spine, sitting with your legs in front of you. I'm gonna inhale, reach the arms up to about eye level. Exhale, I rotate the arms so that the palms are facing out, and I lower the arms down till I'm pointing at the wood frame there in front of me. Then I'm gonna reach the arms up, circle them out to the side, and bend them back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Inhale, use your abs here so that your spine doesn't arch, and then reach the arms toward the floor before flexing back in. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then an exhale all the way through. Let's add the spine flexion to that. So inhale, reach the arms out, line them up with my head. Exhale, roll up away from my arms, stack the spine back up. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, circle out and flex over. Again, inhale, reach out. Exhale, roll up. Inhale, raise the arms up, hold onto those abs, circle them around and flex. One more time. Inhale to reach. Exhale to stack the spine up. Inhale, raise the arms up, open out, and flex over. Woo! All right, from there, guys, we're gonna go into offering. So I can still sit like this or I can fold my legs. This is a really good stretch for people who are tight in the front of the shoulder and the pec. So if you've got rounded shoulders, or you sit at a desk all day, or you do a lot of driving, this is a really good mobility exercise for you. So I'm gonna exhale forward, inhale to open, don't collapse the scapula, exhale to close, and inhale to reach back. So again, exhale forward, inhale to open, exhale to close, and reach back. All right, it's time to do some box work. So I'm gonna put these guys off to the side for a second. Have them here ready to go. And then I'm gonna grab the long box and place this in front of the shoulder rest. I'm still using the one heavy spring. You can go up or down from there if you need to, but this is a really good one. We're gonna do a few exercises here. I'm gonna start with the plow. So I'm gonna come down onto the reformer here. My chest is off the edge, but the bottom of the rib cage is on. So I'm right here, right at about where if I was wearing a heart rate monitor, that's where the chest strap would go. Then, I'm gonna bring my hands through here. That'll prevent the ropes from dangling. And I'm gonna reach forward, flex over the box. So this is the plow. What I'm gonna do is exhale to prepare. Legs are active. I'm gonna inhale, start pulling back, and lift all the way up. And then exhale, reach forward. Let's do that again. So I'm gonna pull back, lengthen the spine through neutral, lift the arms, lift the chest. Don't overdo it with the head and neck. And then release all the way back down. Pull back, lengthen up, squeeze those scapula toward each other, and then back down. Pulling back, this is your inhale. Exhale forward, one more. Pull back, inhale, and exhale forward. All I'm gonna do is lift the arms parallel to the floor. Same movement of the spine. Lengthen through a T position, pull back. Back to your T, come forward. Inhale, pulling back, and lift. Exhale forward. Again, inhale, pulling back, and lift. Exhale forward. Last one. Inhale, pull straight out to the sides and back to your hips, and right over the box. Bend your elbows. Come into one straight line. Tricep presses for 8, 7. Tight posterior. Everything is tight on that back side. Shoulders are open in front. Bend those elbows all the way in and press back. 3 more. 3, and 2, and 1. And release down. Woo! All right. From there, I'm gonna slide off the box. I'm gonna go to 2 full tension springs. You can stay at 1, and we're gonna do our backstroke. So what I'm gonna do is grab the straps like so. Be really careful getting onto this exercise, guys. You're gonna sit forward and put my feet on that platform, just so I know where I am in space. Notice I shimmy forward, so I have plenty of room to roll back. And from here, I'm gonna flex my torso up, then I'm gonna bring my legs into tabletop, and I'm gonna pull those hands right under my seat and open back out. Exhale, pull 2, and out. Exhale, 3. So if you've been using the mid-back series in the beginner level, that goes away, and this replaces it. It's much harder because the loops are trying to pull me not just back, but also down. And 3. And exhale, 2. And one more time, pull, whoo, and back. Now, return the carriage all the way. Just drop the straps. Put your feet down so you can help yourself up there. All right, now we're gonna turn the box sideways for short box and put it over the shoulder rest and slide it forward so it's secure. You wanna make sure you've got 2 full tension springs on for this so the carriage doesn't move. And then we're gonna get that strap positioned here. And you want the strap positioned so that when you're sitting on the box and you've got some room behind you here, like so, that you actually can hook your feet with the back of the Achilles pulled into that box, bending your knees. This is gonna help you bring your pelvis vertical, not just with your hip flexors, but also using your hamstrings a little bit, and that's gonna help you keep it out of gripping in the hip flexors. Now, in the essential level, we kind of use leverage to our advantage here. For round back, you're holding onto your wrist, sitting in neutral, breathe in. Then you're gonna exhale, use your glutes and your abs to flex the spine. Think sinking down rather than hinging back. Then we bring the arms up, that's an inhale. And then in your exhale, you lower the arms back down, come forward onto your sit bones, and then stack the spine up. So we're gonna add a little something to this in the intermediate level. I'm gonna exhale, roll back. Inhale, raise the arms. Now I'm gonna keep the arms there and I'm gonna keep that shape coming forward and then stack the spine back up. You exhale back and down. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold over, and inhale, stack up. One more. Roll back. Raise the arms. Come forward and stack all the way up. Now we're gonna move from there into our straight back. So I'm gonna, if you have a maple pole, grab your maple pole, hold it up above you, and find your neutral. Now you're gonna keep the neutral alignment in the spine. I'm gonna breathe in to prepare, and then I'm gonna exhale. I'm gonna hinge back. So use your glutes to initiate that, and then your hip flexors and abs. Then I hold here, breathe in, and then I exhale, rise back up. I'm gonna use my legs to help me by pulling the Achilles back in against that carriage. So breathe in, exhale, hinge back. Breathe in and stay, exhale, and come back up. So again, breathe in, exhale, hinge back. Inhale, stay, and exhale, come back in. Now act like you're gonna snap that stick in half. That's gonna help you engage the lats, give you a really nice lat oblique connection, and sometimes it takes the shaking out for some people. Breathe in, exhale, hinge back. Inhale, hold, and exhale, come back up. All right, now we're gonna move on to another one called twist with round back. So for this one, guys, I'm gonna actually start without the pole. I'm just gonna have my arms folded because I wanna learn the movement of the spine, and then I'll add the arms in. So I'm gonna breathe in, and I'm gonna exhale, flex the spine, and roll back. Then I'm gonna breathe in and stay, and I'm gonna exhale, just turn to one side. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, turn to the other side. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, flex forward, and then stack the spine back up. Let's do that one more time, starting to the other side first. Sink back, pull the abs in, breathe in. Exhale, turn to one side, come to the center. Exhale, turn to the other side, come to the center. Now initiate keeping the spine flexed as you come forward over the legs, and then stack up. Now we add a lot more with the arms, which is gonna make it more challenging because we're working with a weighted object at the end of a long lever. So this is a bit more complicated. I'm gonna breathe in. I'm gonna exhale, flex the spine like I did before as I simultaneously lower the arms. Then I'm gonna inhale, the arms come up. I'm gonna exhale, turn to one side, try to keep the bar parallel to the floor. Inhale to the center. Exhale, rotate to the other side, inhale to the center. Now exhale, I'm gonna bring the bar down and start coming forward over my legs. I'm gonna inhale to continue onto my sit bones, and then I'm gonna exhale to stack the spine back up. If you don't get the breathing, just keep breathing. That's the whole point there. The arms go up. Flex the spine, lower the arms. Raise the arms back up. Always start on the opposite side, each repetition. So I'm gonna rotate, come to center, rotate, come to center, start coming forward, continue coming forward, stack the spine up. Breathe in, exhale, inhale. Exhale, rotate, inhale, center. Exhale, rotate, inhale, center. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, continue onto the sit bones. Exhale, stack it up. Let's do one more to even us out. Breathe in. Flex the spine, lower the bar. Bring the bar up. Now just turn, try not to lean, just rotate. Come back to center. Bring the bar down as you come forward, reach forward, stack the spine back up. Whew, all right. So from there, we're gonna come off. That's enough box work for today. And I'm gonna take the box to the back and I'm gonna bring the foot bar up. And we're gonna go into long spine here. So, Bring the foot bar up to the top, and then I'm going to use one full tension spring, so one with the red, and one 50% tension spring, one with the blue. Then I'm gonna place my hands on the foot bar, and this is a great exercise. We're gonna start with long stretch. This is a great exercise to do with people, especially if you've been working on the mat and doing plank work, things like leg pull front. It's a really good progression for that. So I'm gonna step right up. I'm gonna have my feet against the shoulder rest for today. As you advance, you can take your feet in the center, right on the crease where the headrest meets. But I'm gonna keep them here today for a reason. So I'm gonna press back, breathing in, and then exhale, come forward until my shoulders are above my hands. Don't lock your elbows out. Inhale, press back, keep the body in one long line. Exhale to come forward. One more like that. Inhale, press back, abdominals stay engaged. Exhale, come forward. Now I'm gonna add. So we're gonna add a new part to this. I'm gonna press back, and then from there I'm gonna exhale, bring the knees underneath. Inhale, press back out, and exhale forward. So it's kind of a long stretch, knee stretch combination. Inhale back. Exhale, bring the knees under. Inhale, press them back, and exhale, come forward. Inhale, press back. Exhale, the knees come under. Back stays straight. Inhale, press back. Exhale, forward. Feels so good, let's do one more. Inhale back. Exhale, forward. Inhale back, and exhale forward. Then just gently bring your knees down onto the carrot. Whew, feels good. Now, from here, let's do a little lateral flexion and some rotation work. So we're gonna start with lateral flexion. I'm gonna go to one full tension spring, and I'm gonna sit sideways here. Now, a lot of people have a hard time sitting in this position, so you can sit up on top of that platform, just leave some room for your leg here, and that's gonna be more comfortable. From here, little mermaid first. Inhale up, exhale, press over. Inhale, come up, and exhale, lower the arm. We're gonna do that again. Breathe in, the arm goes up. Exhale, press over. Inhale to come up, and exhale down. One more time like that, guys. Arm goes up, breathe in. Then fold over to the side. Don't collapse over, just lengthen over. Then come back up and down. Now let's add the rotation here. So the arm goes up, breathe in. I'm gonna exhale, flex over, and I'm gonna rotate to the side here. One hand on either side of the foot bar. I'm gonna bend my elbows, notice they angle down, and press back. My abs are pulled in. Get that good lat stretch as you press back. One more time. Now hold your arms straight, then slide the shoulders back and down as you lift the sternum up, returning the carriage. Push back out into your flexed spine position. Rotate back to the side. Come on up, lower the arm down. The other arm reaches up, lengthen up and away, up and down. Got it? All right, let's try that again. So inhale, the arm goes up. I'm gonna exhale, push over. Now I'm gonna rotate, taking a hand on either side. Then inhale, flex the elbows. Exhale, press out. Inhale, exhale, press. Keep that C curve and rotation. Now on the last one, my arms stay straight. I kind of push down on the top of the bar to slide my shoulders back, lift my chest up, and bring the carriage back in. Then I push back out, flexing the spine, rotate. I inhale, come up. Exhale, place the arm down. The other arm goes up. I'm gonna reach over. This should actually feel really good. Up and down. All right, I'm gonna spin around. We're gonna do that same thing in the other direction here. So turn around. Legs turn back toward the shoulder rest. One hand on the foot bar, one hand on the shoulder rest. The arm comes up, breathe in. Exhale, push over and stretch over. Inhale up, exhale down. We're gonna do that other side. Breathe in, exhale over, come on up and down. Let's do that again. Breathe in. Now exhale, fold over, hollow out through this underside here. Let your head go down to the side. Come up and down, reach and over, up. We're gonna do that one more time. Breathe in, exhale, press away. Inhale, come up, exhale down. Breathe in, just keep breathing, guys. If you're not breathing when I'm breathing, that's okay for now, you'll get it later. Now add the rotation, breathe in. Exhale, flex over and rotate, hand on either side. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press, keep the abs in. Press, one more. and press. Now arms stay straight, slide the shoulders down, lift the chest. Get that really nice stretch there. Then press back out, slide your hand back over. That's the exhale. Inhale up and exhale down. Arm goes up, breathe in. Exhale over, up and down. Here we go, one more time. Breathe in. Exhale over and rotate. Now from here, flex the elbows and press out. Try to pull the belly away from the thighs and press 2. Keep your head down. And 3. Now, press down and slide the shoulders back, chest up. Press back out, slide back to the center, come up and over, and just finish to the other side, reaching over, come up and down. Whew. All right, from there, we're gonna go into hip lift. And guys, for hip lift, what I'm gonna do is add one more spring. You can either do 2 full tension or 3 full tension. I like 2 full tension because you can feel the hamstring work. But if you wanna feel more glutes, go up to 3. Then I'm gonna come down onto my back here. Headrest is in the flat position. Heels are hip distance apart and spine is neutral. I'm gonna breathe in to prepare, and then I'm gonna exhale and just hover up off the carriage in my neutral. I'm gonna exhale back, inhale forward. Exhale back, holding that neutral, inhale forward. And again, exhale back, inhale forward, 2 more. Press, you can do anywhere up to 10. 1 more. Come in, and then lower the hips down. Now I'm gonna go into my hip roll. So I'm gonna breathe in, and then I'm gonna exhale, peel the spine up. Now I wanna open up the hip as much as possible without overarching the back here. Now I'm gonna push the carriage out, the hips will lower, so I'm in this one long line here, and then I raise the hips back up as I come in, find my stopper, and I roll down through. Let's do that again. Exhale, articulate up, try to hold the carriage steady. Inhale, stay. Exhale, press back. Inhale, come back into the stopper, and then exhale, roll down through. We're gonna do that one more time. Just mobilize that spine. Roll up, stay there, breathe in. Exhale back. Inhale, come back in, and exhale to roll down. Whew, feels good. Then come up, and we're gonna go into our thigh stretch next, single thigh stretch. So I'm gonna use 1 full tension spring and 1 50% tension spring. I have the heavy spring on the side that my back foot is on so that the carriage moves smoothly. Then I'm gonna take my front foot. If this is too much for you, you can do this from the floor, but this is more intermediate level, kind of intermediate level stretch here. I'm gonna push through that back leg and stretch back, and then come forward, keeping pressure in that back leg. I wanna try to keep this hip as open as possible. So I push back. Notice I'm not pushing with my arms. My hands are just used for balance. And come back in. I'm gonna do 1 more. Push through that back leg, stretch back, really press back there, and come forward. Then I take the hand on the same side as the front leg and I hold onto my knee. I take my other arm and I reach up and stretch. And then I come back down. Little balance check there. Now I'm gonna switch my heavy spring over to the other side, line my knee and my foot up on that side, and then bring my foot onto the foot bar here. Keep it right in line with the sit bone, not too wide. And from here, I push with the back leg and lengthen away, and then come back in. Exhale, push through that back knee and press away, and come back in 1 more time. Stretch, use your legs, not your arms, lengthen away, and come back in. I'm gonna hold on to my knee, I'm gonna reach up, find my balance and stretch, breathing, and then come back. All right, we're almost there. 1 more thing, I'm gonna bring this foot bar down, I'm gonna keep the 1 full and 1 50% tension spring on, and we're gonna go into our side splits here. So I'm gonna use a platform extender. You can just use the wooden platform if you don't have a platform extender, but I really like this. So I'm gonna put that on top. Always make sure, guys, that you stand on that solid side first, not the part that can move. And once you're up there, set your feet. Now, this isn't about range of motion, guys. This is really about getting the outer thigh muscles to work. So you don't have to worry about moving it very far. Just move it as far as you can, and then come back in. So a couple things to think about. Start with your hips level, And I like to have my hands on my hips, especially put them on there for newer clients so they can feel what's happening with the pelvis. But if you feel confident that you're gonna stay neutral, you can hold your arms out to the side. You're gonna push away and come back in. Now think about where your weight is. You don't want your weight all the way forward on the balls of your feet, because then you're gonna feel more of the TFL, more of that hip flexor doing the work. I want you to press equally with your heels so that you feel the side of the glute kick in as well. And if you go too far back on your heels, you're gonna lose your balance, but it's also only glute work. So we wanna keep all of the muscles in the outer thigh working on this. Exhale out, inhale to return, exhale out, inhale to return. One more. Press away, and then return. Now I'm just gonna step onto the platform, guys, and I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna do that same thing on this side. So here we go, press out, exhale, and come back in. Make sure that your pelvis is staying neutral. Press away, and come back in, and again, press, and back in. Last two. Use that exhale. Last one. Press and come back in. All right, from there, step down, and you're gonna take the full tension spring off. I'm gonna use a 50% tension, but you may, if you feel like you don't have enough control, you can go up a little bit more than that, or if you feel like that's too easy on your adductors, you can go down carefully to that lighter spring, the quarter spring. Be sure you're stepping up on this solid surface first. Then secure your feet on the carriage, find your neutral, find the center of your feet, and you're gonna do that same movement pattern. Now, you're gonna be able to move a little bit further out here because you have less spring on. And because you have less spring on, we're changing what side of that joint you're working. So when you're using the heavier spring, you're getting the work through the outer thigh. Now we're using the lighter spring. Breathe in as you press out. Exhale, draw up through the center, and I like to bring that stopper all the way against, or the carriage all the way against the stopper, and give it a little pull in so you really engage those adductors, and then you get them to lengthen and pull all the way back in. Give it that little squeeze, and that's it. Let's go to the other side and do that same thing on the other side. Whew, you can really feel those working there. So from here, start in your neutral. Inhale, press out. Exhale to come up. Now, if you're hitting the end, just separate your feet a little further. Inhale out, and make sure that you're hitting the end without sticking your butt out. You want to keep in that neutral position and come back in. It's cheating if you start to anteriorly tilt the pelvis. Pull it in right against the stopper, give it a little squeeze. Two more. Press away. Exhale, come back in. Don't think of pulling with your feet. Think of drawing up through the center. Pull up with the adductors, lift up on that pelvic floor, and in. Make sure you step onto the solid surface before stepping down. And that is our introduction to intermediate reformer exercises. I hope you enjoyed this workout, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.